Welcome to Healing Depression channel. In this series, we are talking about how to look into different aspects of our life and by changing very small things, gradually and effectively heal the depressive episode or any kind of low mood and low energy that we or some people that we know is experiencing. So, And so far, we have been talking about the environment element, we have talked about body element and social element. So, in this video, we talk about the mind and mindset. So, during a depressive episode, mind is often uh, experiencing thoughts with a frustration, anger, hopelessness, and lack of desire and motivation. And what is happening is that the body is indeed the source of this situation. So the body is experiencing low level of energy, sometimes is even in hibernated mode, which means that part of the body is not even functioning. It can be because of different reasons, because body is trying to save energy. It can be also because body is through pain, like chronic pain, and trying to solve the situation through the autonomic system that exists in the body. And there is not much energy reaching the nervous system and the organ that is taking care of the thoughts. So literally what we are experiencing in the mind in terms of negative thoughts, what we call negative, is the product of lack of energy or poor circulation of energy, uh, which can be blood, oxygen, and all these biological ingredients that we call energy to the nervous system and brain, and where the thoughts are produced. So if we keep battling with more thinking and trying to understand the situation every day with every negative thought or every negative conversation that comes to us, with every negative emotion, try to understand, and over time try to get involved in a self-talk that why it is like this. And then, because it's going to be sometimes for a few days and a few weeks, even accepting or experiencing this, that this is a part of my identity, that is my character. I've been always depressive, I'm coming from a depressive family, and all sort of conclusions and gradual beliefs that may arrive. So sticking to them and trying to also analyze them. Now, analyzing might be useful, but at this point, overthinking and contemplation, just trying to say no, it is, or yes, it is, true or not, and getting involved with judgment of what it is me and what is the whole situation with me and my low mood and my mistakes and my guilt and all these things that usually come when someone is in a low energy level. So it's more putting task for the brain and the nervous system, so it will need more energy. So more we get involved with thinking and overthinking, we will need more energy, while our body is actually having not enough energy to circulate, or the circulation itself is not functioning. So until we get more energy or get close to source of energy, or we change piece of the other components, environment, social, and body, such that the energy flows, the circulation flows. Up to that point, overthinking will be a bit also extra need for energy and may even challenge us more. So the best way is to focus on other three elements that we talked about in the other video. If you haven't listened to them, I encourage you to have a look and listen to them. They're really, really interesting and effective, at least my experience and people around me, and the books and materials and practitioners or all kinds have been advising them. So environment, uh, social interaction, and also the body effect. So how the body is and how what we can do with the body during this low mood period. So when it comes to mind and thought, the best way so far that I've experienced is to take a step back from mind and okay, let the thoughts happen. So let them be. So don't get involved. So if there are negative thoughts coming, just okay, they are just coming. They are just biological events. Thoughts are also biological events. So they're just passing through our brain, and it's fine if you observe them. Like if you don't get in touch with them, you see that in the morning you have some thoughts. Okay, someone tells you you're an amazing person, and then in the evening when you have some low mood, you will feel no, the life is not really worthy, or everything is dark. I've been in this situation, something is wrong, I've made this mistake, and that's the result. Well, the other time again you feel energized, the other thoughts appear. So that means that thoughts are coming and going depending on the situation that comes to us. So one way is to just really don't get engaged with. If the situation is overwhelming from the outside, we can also just simply disconnect. So we can just sit somewhere in silence, close your eyes, for example, and stop like getting involved in hearing. When we are not receiving inputs, gradually also the mind shut down. So this is a technique of disconnection from environment and no social interaction or environment interaction for example, 10 minutes. You can try this. Some people call it sitting meditation. Some people call it disconnection. And this also gradually stops feeding the mind that produce thoughts. And this is like a normal for the process of the brain and nervous system to produce more thoughts and create more wisdom based on what's going on. But because in this, sometimes we are low mood and low energy, so thinking is expensive and it's easier sometimes to just take a break. So it's important during the depressive episode to take a break for the thinking organs of the body. The other thing that might be interesting is to have also less reading news and reading any kind of books that are involved with deep philosophy of life, existential crisis, and all kinds of things that are sort of negative, and it activates self-talk and conversations that are even only maybe involving any kind of negativity. So for the mind at this point of depression, the best way is to let it just be, and either by changes of circumstances, the body itself take over and bring more energy, and the mind will be positive, and again motivation comes back. Or the course of the environment will change, and as the things have been changing so far uh, during our life, and also during seasons of the year. And there are so many things we can do indeed with mindset training that we will talk later in other videos, that we can really do a lot with the mind. And we can also, by injecting positivity in the mind, by training how we can bring positivity and focalize the energy that we have, we can also reverse the body feeling. So because there is this connection between body and mind, and if you can just assume that you are more motivation usually, and for example more we laugh, you can also try this. Just laugh for 1 minute, try to remember the time where you're laughing, or just laugh as much as possible, and then you see that your body is already in a healthier, happier, energized state of being. So there is this connection the other way also. We will talk about this in other videos, how when we are feeling some energy later, how we can also use the mind and thoughts and imagination and our other forms of cognitive abilities to also energize the body. And being energized the body, we can also change social and environment state that we are situated. So I wish you all the best and beautiful, amazing, everything, just higher energy and vibe.